Bright noons I give thee, and unwounded dawn, daughters of thy own shape in heart and mind. So beautiful daughters I give you, like you. Fair hero son, is I give, and sweetness undisturbed of union with thy husband, dear and true. The way you would have your union with your husband, in that same manner, I give you sons and daughters. And thou shalt harvest in thy joyful house felicity of thy surrounded Eve. And then you will be happy in your house with daughters and children around, you will be happy. Thou shalt harvest in thy joyful house felicity of thy surrounded Eves. All of them will come and clasp you. Love shall bind by thee many gathered hearts. So you start loving your children, your sons and daughters, they shall bind you together and you'll be happy. Love shall bind by thee many gathered hearts. The opposite sweetness in thy days shall meet of tender service to thy life's desired and loving empire over all thy loved. Two poles of bliss made one, O Savitri. Return, O child, to thy forsaken earth. So you want that thing, you want Satyavan for that, but I give you. You don't need Satyavan for that. What a cruel thing, you see. Return, O child, to thy forsaken earth. So with these boons granted to you, you want children, you want 100 sons, okay, I'll give you 100 sons. Go back now. But Savitri replied, thy gifts I resist. I cannot accept such gifts, such children, such progeny. They are not for me. Earth cannot flower if lonely I return. Earth cannot flower if lonely I return. Lonely means without Satyavan now. I go back, you may give me on earth all those beautiful things, but from here I can't go alone without Satyavan. Impossible. If earth has to flower, he has to be with me. Come back, you see. So in other words, you can see the priority of Savitri. The priority of Savitri, well, she would have got all the children, etc., happinesses, felicity, beautiful houses, whatever. She is not concerned about that thing at all. Her concern is earth. The flowering of earth is what she is concerned with. And the focal point is earth. Earth's flowering can happen only when they are together back on earth. It is not for herself, for her lonely joy, but for earth, she wants something. Whatever she wants for earth. Earth cannot flower if lonely I return. Then death once more sent forth his angry cry. As child a lion, he is escaped. So he has given with the expectation that Savitri will accept and go back. But this prey is escaping his hands. As child a lion, he is escaping prey. What knowest thou of earth's rich and changing life, who thinks that one man dead, all joy must cease? You think that Satyavan is dead and all joy on the earth will cease? So that again is a kind of an assertion of the greatness or the uniqueness of Satyavan. What knowest thou of earth's rich and unchanging life? In other words, this fellow himself does not know what richness and changing life Satyavan's return will bring. He himself does not understand. Who thinks that one man dead, all joy must cease? Hope not to be unhappy till the end, for grief dies soon in the tired human heart. Soon other guests the empty chambers fill. Yeah, you weep and cry and shout and go into all kind of tantrums when the death occurs in the house. But then after 1 week, after 2 weeks, after 1 month, you fall into normal, you see, routine. You accept all that. Soon one other guest, the empty chambers fill. Transient painting on a holiday's floor, trace for a moment's beauty, love was made. So that is the whole summary of what love is according to him. Love is a moment's beauty on a transient floor, or a transient painting. You make paintings on the beaches, they look very beautiful and all that thing. A tide comes and washes them away, you see. A transient painting on a holiday's floor. So this man must have visited many beaches and seen these paintings, you see. Otherwise, he would not give such a simile, you see. Transient painting on a holiday's floor. Trace for moments of beauty, love was made. So that is the kind of a mockery of love. Or, if a voyager on the eternal trail, its objects fluent change in its embrace, like waves to a swimmer upon infinite seas. But Savitri replied to the vague God, again she says vague God, give me back Satyavan, my only Lord. My thoughts are vacant to my soul that feel the deep eternal truth and transient thing. Death answered her, return and try thy soul. Because she said, my soul that feels. It is your soul, it is her soul that feels. Therefore return and try your soul. Go back and try your soul. Why you are waiting here then? Why you are arguing with me? Soon shalt thou find appeased that other men on lavish earth have beauty, strength and truth. And when thou hast half forgotten, one of these shall wind himself around thy heart that needs some human answering heart against thy breast. For who, being mortal, can dwell glad alone? So, according to him, the mortal cannot dwell glad alone. You see. So he says, okay, you go back. Today you are occupied, obsessed by Satyavan, but with the time, everything will lapse into memory, go back into the past, and there will be other youth, other young men, and you will go and embrace them, and you will have children. Some human answering heart against thy breast, for who, being mortal, can dwell glad alone? Then Satyavan shall glide into the past, a gentle memory pushed away from thee by new love and thy children's tender hand, till thou shalt wonder if thou lovest at all. You really did have such a love for Satyavan, you will forget all that. It will lapse completely. Once you have got new children, you participant, you will forget all that thing. Such is the life Earth's travel has consumed, which is a fact or a moment. That is what we are. Such is the life Earth's travel has consumed. A constant stream that never is the same. A constant stream that never is the same. Now, he is quoting Heraclitus. You cannot step into the same stream twice. This stream, you cannot step into the same stream twice. You have stepped once, you step again. It is not the same stream that what has gone away. a constant stream that never is the same. But Savitri replied to mighty death. See, earlier he was vague, now he has become mighty and all that. You see. Oh, dark, ironic critic. So, this is the whole summary of Savitri's argument. He is a critic of God's work. O dark, ironic critic of God's work, thou mockst the mind and body's pottering soul. For what the heart holds in a prophet hour, and the immortal spirit shall make its own. Mine is a heart that worshipped, though forsaken. The image of the God is love adored. I have burned in flame to travel in steps. I have burned in flame to travel in his steps. Burned in flame, Agni Pariksha, fire test, endured all the fire test to move in his steps, to go along with him. Are we not they who bore vast solitude, seated upon the hills alone with God? Means all the travels, the entire anguish of this creation, we have borne together. I have burned in flame. The entire anguish of these ages of this creation, we have borne together. Are we not they who bore vast solitude, seated upon the hills alone with God? Why dost thou vainly strive with me, O death, a mind delivered from all twilight thoughts? So, my mind is free of all this, to whom the secrets of the gods are plain, to whom, to this mind of mine, delivered from thought, the secrets of God are plain, are clear. It is not mind, mental mind, which is thinking, but a higher, superior mind, which is seeing things around. But now, at last, I know beyond all doubt the great stars burn with my unceasing fire, and life and death are both His will made. For now, at last, that is the contribution of death to the occult power of Savitri. Because of his denial, she is now able to realize that I know beyond all doubt the great stars burn with my unceasing fire. It is my fire which is actually burning the stars. And life and death are both His will made. So the faggots which keep this fire burning are life and death. We'll just quickly read that and then take it again next time. For now at last I know beyond all doubt the great stars burn with my unceasing fire, and life and death are both His will made. Life only was my blind attempt to love. Earth saw my struggle, heaven my victory. All shall be ceased, transcended. There shall kiss casting their veils before the marriage fire, the eternal bridegroom and eternal bride. The heavens accept our broken flights at last. On our life's prow that break the waves of time, no signal light of hope has gleamed in vain. She spoke. The boundless members of the gods, as if by secret ecstasy, assailed, shuddered in silence and obscure stir. Ocean delivered the moon. So these are really powerful utterances of Savitri. Well, I will include this one. The great stars, the 7 lines. They are the deepest, the most occult. The great stars burn with my unceasing fire, and life and death are both His will made. Life only was my blind attempt to love, so I was living with life, but that was a blind attempt. Without knowing death, what death is. Earth saw my struggle, heaven my victory, obviously, because I did not know death until now. All shall be saved, transcended. They shall kiss casting their veils before the marriage fire, the eternal bridegroom and the eternal bride. Most occult, this line. Mother has said something about this in the agenda. We shall read next time what she has said about these particular lines in the agenda. And then continue further. She has picked up these lines, Mother, and commented in the agenda. No single light of hope has gleamed in vain, because of my fire is burning everywhere. She spoke, and the impact of her speech was that the boundless members of the God, as if by secret ecstasy, assailed, shuddered in silence, as obscure is stirred, ocean dim face delivered to the moon, the way the ocean is stirred by the moon. The tides rise in that manner, the gods also got affected. The boundless members of the God, as if by secret ecstasy, assailed.